Hey guys, I am going live because when I tried to record this update weeks ago, it was so long. I had to break it up on my phone when I was actually recording because it was like 40 minutes of raw footage. And then I got it loaded onto my laptop finally. And then I was like, oh, I can't be bothered to edit this, which is fair. So we're just going live and word vomiting and y'all can watch it at your convenience. So yay. Um so happy 9-month surgiversary. The 9-month surgiversary was September 23rd. No, October 23rd. Goodness. Wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey. Anyway. So hi. If you're new here, my name's Maria. I had VSG surgery on 1/23/24 with Dr. Brian Benetti. And I traveled to Northern Dutchess Hospital because it's a great hospital and all the fun stuff. So anyway, let's get down to the numbers first and foremost for anyone who's here just for that. This is really weird being live and my camera is reversed. Weird. Okay, so 10/23/24. We weighed in at 207.5. So for the difference between last month and this month, which because I was sick, my September weigh-in was the monthly weigh-in was a week late because I was sick and I wasn't dealing with anything when I was sick. So it's really only 3 weeks, but whatever. It is what it is. Okay, so in 1 month we lost 1.5 pounds. Congratulations to me. And we lost we went down 1.1 pound and 1.5 inches. So very 1.5 everywhere. That was interesting. So if that's all you're here for, thank you. Come again. Overall, I have lost 89.5 pounds and 78.75 inches. I've never actually totaled the accumulated inches until now. And oh my God, like I can't even fathom that. Like that is a massive amount. Like holy crap. Am I too far away? Guys, I'm using my laptop. This is very weird. Very weird. If you got there, you might see cats running around. We recently I can't handle this. We recently adopted 3 kittens on top of our 1 cat and 1 dog already. So my house is a little bit of a chaos zone right now. Yay. So let's talk about this last month. It has been crazy. October 23rd. It's a week before Halloween. Like I'm not saying no candy, because that's not a life I want to live. So yes, I was having candy before Halloween. Not the end of the world, honestly. So and I don't feel like I went overboard or anything. What felt like was happening a lot was I wasn't eating enough. And I'm still struggling with that currently. So I've been talking with some people in the bariatric community about things, and my program is minimum 60 grams of protein. However, based on nutrition knowledge that I have, because I'm going to school to be a registered dietitian, and long story short, based on my current weight, 90 grams of protein is more appropriate based on that. However, I don't know how much bariatric surgery plays into those calculations. Like I know your metabolism and everything changes, yada, yada, yada. So I'm not discounting that information. I am going to try to up my protein to 90 grams. And that probably looks like having a protein shake a day. Ugh, fuck my life. So because that liquid diet. Anyway, I told my one bariatric friend, Jen, I was like, hey, I will see your 90 grams of protein recommendation, and I will only accept it because I am over my protein shake trauma. That's the word. Sorry, someone just texted me. Who was texting me? I am working. What's my best friend? Let's see what she got saying. Oh, okay. I'll have to deal with that. I might have a recital to go to. Anyway, I digress. So I'm over the trauma that is protein shakes from the liquid diet because that was 3 weeks of fucking hell. If your program does not have you do an all liquid diet as pre-op diet, count your blessings. You are lucky, lucky, lucky. So don't come complaining to me if you get like, oh, I have to have 2 shakes and chicken for dinner. You lucky bastard. The end. So I'm going to be trying to do that. And I think that's also going to help me get more fruits and vegetables in because I can put that in the protein shake. I'm also looking at, I have to pick up a dehydrator from my friend to try to dehydrate and turn fruits and veg into powder. Based on my research with credible sources and all that stuff, because your girl's science girl, that's what we do. We get our credible sources and we check shit. Anyway, so based on that, the nutrients and fiber and stuff, they don't lose much during the dehydration process, which is great. That's what I love. I want to make sure like I'm not just adding dried sugar powder to my shakes. So we'll see how that goes. I'm interested. I'm very interested in this experiment, like super psyched about it. I put on my local Buy Nothing group, and I might be getting 2 dehydrators because I will run both of them at the same time to get more done at once, and that's fine. That will be my life. And if it doesn't work out, I will pass them on to someone else, maybe just keep one, what have you. Anyway, if you have a Buy Nothing group, you can usually find them. If there might be a website, I only know it on Facebook, but they're definitely worth it, I think, personally. But anyway, that's not what we're here for. Not what we're here for. And yeah, so we're going to dehydrate fruit and veg. We're going to add it to a protein shake and go from there. I have also been experimenting with adding protein, not unflavored always. I have been experimenting with adding protein powder to baked goods. You can see a banana muffin mix right up there. Yeah, Martha White. Oh my God, why I have to. What is going on? Okay, note. In case I ever go live again. Mute the fucking phone. So I added like a scoop of Premier Vanilla Protein to that, and it turned out really good. Like my family couldn't tell at all. They really liked it. So that was some way to get in protein that way, because I have my little protein granola bar things, and they're great for like grab and go. I don't feel like doing anything, but I want some more options. Like I have like my oatmeal, my cream of wheat, and those are lower in protein the way I make it. Even with adding walnuts, it's still like only like 6 grams of protein, but you know, it's a hot cereal breakfast and it's comforting as fuck. And that oatmeal, ooh, that fills you up. It lasts. It's amazing. It's great. It's a great option. Not everything has to be super high in protein. And that's something that I have to work on, because if I'm missing if I'm short on protein, I'll cheese stick it, because in one meal I can have 3 cheese sticks, which is 21 grams of protein. So that's a third of my original protein goal. And yeah, so it's more of a mental game. Like, Maria, every meal doesn't have to be 10 grams of protein at least, blah, blah, blah. I need a varied diet, that kind of stuff. And that kind of plays into, again, I've been dealing with this stuff since before the October monthly weigh-in. So this is a little like also like what I'm currently dealing with, because I'm still dealing with it, because I'm still trying to figure shit out. So I had my lab work at on October 23rd. I had an appointment, my annual appointment with my PCP. And I was like, great, awesome. I was able to have her, I'm trying to pull up my lab work right now. I asked her if she wanted to do lab work, because at my annual usually happens. And so she looked up, because I was like, hey, like my surgeon's just testing vitamins, not cholesterol, not A1C, that kind of stuff. So she's like, okay, we'll do that, because I want to know, like, how are you doing? Blah, 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 blah. Like, she's my doctor. That's part of this in her scope to worry. So she did, and I'll be honest, I'm not happy with the results. My A1C was great. It went down a bit. So awesome. Great. Because I was like pre-diabetic in that range. Now it's 5.1. So that's great. My cholesterol, on the other hand, my good cholesterol is low, my bad cholesterol is high. And it actually hasn't really changed since my pre-op numbers. And that was very disheartening, because I'm not going to lie. I thought, hey, I'm going to lose this weight with this surgery and my labs are all going to be beautiful. I don't know if you guys, oh goodness, how do I do this? Guys, I really don't know. There we go. Got a little bit of glare, but that's what we're working with. So yeah, I'm not liking these numbers at all. And it's just, so I truly thought that, hey, weight loss is going to fix everything. And it did not. So I've been sitting with that, and it's taken I sat with it for a few weeks before I even reached out to anyone about it, like with my disappointment in these lab results. And the long and short of it is, I have genetic predispositions to heart disease and those related things. So I might just need medication, no matter what my size body is, no matter anything. Like, I could be checking all the boxes on healthy habits and still need the medication. So that's something that I've been kind of coming to terms with, and I'm still working on it, honestly, because it's been a very big sandbag of disappointment and what the fuckery. So there's that. There's a predisposition. There is also the fact that I'm not consistent with working out every day. I have been trying to do, I came up with a plan, and I'll get to that in a second, but I'm not working out consistently, and I'm not eating any variety of diet. Like, it's mostly protein, because I've been having, like, I'm not feeling hungry. I've been having a lot of high restriction days. So I've been prioritizing my protein. And there are days where there's been a lot of days that it's been a struggle these past almost 2 months to even get 60 grams of protein in from real food. And on struggle days, I'm either missing my goal completely, or I have to count my coffee towards my protein goal. And I don't usually count my coffee towards my protein goals. So my coffee with the half and half gives me 2 grams of protein. And I usually just don't count that because it's like, that's just going to be, that's just gravy. You know, we're not going to count it. It's extra. Awesome. But there have been a lot of days lately where it's like, I need to count my coffee protein in order to hit 60. And that's very, I feel very defeated on those days because it's like, well, what the hell? And so that struggle is real. We're doing it, but we're trying to get better. And a lot of it just falls into routine. So on the weekends, my routine is shot. I have no real routine. Like, I'm not up as early. So I have less hours in the day to get my water in, get my protein in, yada, yada, yada. So adding the protein shake, adding the dehydrated powders will help with my protein goals and my varied diet. So that's 2 birds, 1 stone. Great. That has been one of the things I've been clinging to, like, oh, this is going to be very helpful on multiple fronts. Someone had mentioned it was an ingredient that you find in fiber powders, PSYLSK, Phyllis something, husk. I haven't bought it yet because I did buy a version of it and it was orange flavored and it was nasty as fuck. So I'm a little hesitant to buy the unflavored version. But I will, for the sake of science and the sake of my health, I will buy it to try it and see what happens. So, yeah, so varied diet, that's specific, ingredient, predisposition. There's multiple factors on why my cholesterol is so out of whack. And again, it's just disappointing as fuck because these are my pre-surgery numbers. Like, what? They didn't really change at all. Like, what happened? This was supposed to all... I know surgery is not a magic wand. I know this. It's not easy or anything like that, but I truly thought that, those numbers would get better just with the weight loss alone. So, okay, we need to move on. I'm so over that. Non-scale victory. I'm a size 7 in my ring again. That is my pre any weight gain ring size. Like when I first got married, that was my ring size. So I'm very excited about that. I'm back in my old ring size. Yeah. So, non-scale, what other non-scale victories? I can't really think of anything off the top of my head because I didn't write them down. Why would I prepare for this in any way, shape, or form? Why? Non-scale weirdness. We love the weird stuff. We've got this going on, like a little like gobble gobble. So that's been fun. I noticed it in the car and I just sat there going like, I was playing with it for like 2 minutes. I'm like, what? So there's that. Also, I'm gonna take my glasses off. Guys, I am getting like wrinkles. Like, look, like I like fine lines and stuff because all of the fat and collagen or whatever is leaving my face. So now like I'm showing my age. Like I turned 40 in a few months. I'm showing my age. I'm not totally liking that. I knew it was going to happen. Like I knew it's a side effect. You lose all the filler in your face because it's all fat like the rest of you. Like I knew that going in, but alas, here we are. So that's just, but I don't really stare at my face. The most I get to stare at my face is, oh, I could feel, one of those really thick black hairs. Let me grab it real quick. So I'm not like really super concerned about it, but it was just like, wow, it's just one of those really dramatic changes that happens with this drastic short weight loss. So yeah, what else? Yeah. We're getting some regrowth going on. The hair loss has seemed to stop. Like it seems to be more normal. And now we've got regrowth and, so I'm wearing this little headband because, we got kitties. So I figured I'd look the part today. Just feeling cute. Yeah. Winter is coming. I'm in the northern hemisphere, so winter's coming. My hands are dry as fuck all the time, no matter how much I drink, no matter how much lotion I put on. It's ridiculous. Yeah. So what else? I have become, I almost want to say, addicted to coffee. I know that happens after weight loss surgery because you're changing, like maybe it's my transfer addiction showing up, because we know like a lot of people get transfer addiction because you're addicted to food, yada yada yada. So all that fun stuff. And I want to pull up, anyway, so I'll show you guys this in a second. I've been having no less than 2 cups of coffee a day, which sucks because honestly, not doing a damn fucking thing. Like I am so tired today, and it's, all kitten related because, they're up at 5, they're awake at all odd hours because the oldest one is only 6 months. So we are still very like nocturnal phase. We have to train it out of them kind of crap. And it's just like, it's not helping at all. Oh my God. So, but the coffee is not helping, but I always will be like, oh, I'm just going to have coffee. And it's like, no, Maria, you need to focus on your water. So before surgery, like for years, like for over a decade, like once I started becoming a coffee drinker, because I was raised Mormon, so coffee was the devil. And I didn't start drinking coffee till, I don't know, less than 10 years ago. And I was always mindful of dehydration because back then it was coffee dehydrates you, the end. It was not, oh, it's only a little dehydrating. Like we have that information now. So back then it was like it dehydrates you. It's the end of the world. So I would always have, for 1 cup of coffee, this is tea, but for 1 mug of coffee, I would have to have 32 ounces. Wait, 16 ounces. Math. I would have to have 16 ounces. So one of these would be worth 2 cups of coffee. And this is 32-ounce bottle. So 1 cup, 16 ounces of water. And that was like my rule because I didn't want to get dehydrated or anything like that. I remember when I went to the ER for my hernia. Well, I didn't know it was a hernia at the time. It was like we tried to figure out what it was. Obviously, one of the preliminary questions is, your water intake, and yet do you drink coffee? Because it was all stomach. It was all right around, the pain was right around my belly button. So it was like, oh, maybe this is like GI related or something, yada, yada, yada. And I told the ER doctor, I was like, hey, like, this is my rule. And he's like, that's great. It's I'd love to see, an educated woman who's like who knows that you should be doing stuff like this. So I gave myself a big old pat on the back for that. Even though I was like overweight and shit, it was like, hey. So it made me feel nice, like, hey, a doctor says I'm doing something right of my own accord. Yay. It also doesn't take much for me to be like, oh, it's a compliment. Anyway. So what I want to show you real quick is my body composition on my Wittings app. Because it's gone. This is for the year. The The top blue line is the fat, and the bottom green line is muscle. So obviously before surgery, our fat is overtaking our muscle. Now we have come to the point right here where they are switching. So now I am more muscle than fat. Let's see, what does that say? Yep, muscle 49.4, fat 48. So we have officially flipped the script. It's great. I love it. I have not kept up on this, but I've been pretty good. What I'm trying to do for my working out, I know enough about myself. I forget this sometimes, but I do know that I am terrible at consistency. So any challenge of, work out every day is not going to work for me. I don't know why I thought the 75 soft challenge was going to be a success, because it's like the opposite of what I am. So I was thinking, like, what can I do to help me be more consistent? And I was like, okay, anything that does daily challenges, no. What about I work out 3 times a week? No, that's not going to work. Why? Because Monday, you're going to push it off. Tuesday, you're going to push it off. Wednesday, you're going to push it off. Thursday, Friday, you're going to push it off. And then there's only 2 days left in the week. And you said you'd work out 3 times a week. So screw it. You'll try again next week. That's how my brain works. Yay, Neuro Spicy Club. And I don't know where I heard this, but I heard it somewhere on probably some workout video of some sort or motivation. And it was never skip more than 1 day of workouts or something like that. So I was like, you know what? We can try that. Because worst case, it turns out every other day. But I can't say I'll work out every other day, because let's say I'm going to work out Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Well, I don't work out Monday. And it's like, okay, well, Tuesday comes along. I'm not going to work out on Tuesday because it's my rest day. I'll work out on Wednesday. And at that point, because Sunday would have been a rest day, that's 3 days off in a row. So what do you think is going to happen on Wednesday? Not working out. That's for damn sure. So I've been trying the don't skip more than 1 day. And it's been going pretty good. I'm not perfect at it. There have been a few days where I've gone 2 days in a row. And right now, my definition of working out is either 5,000 steps or doing an actual like workout, like walk the dog or a walk at home video. And there's no time limit on this. So like when I have to walk around the grocery store because I'm not doing pickup like an idiot, bam, that counts. That's a walk, because your girl hustles for the most part. But that also usually helps me get to my 5,000 steps. So that's been going pretty good. So right now it's just the consistency of doing something without missing more than 1 day in a row. That's been working out very well. It is very low bar. Very low bar. I mean, I could lower it too and be like, 2,500. Oh, that yawn came out of nowhere. I'm sorry, guys. Like, I could lower it more and be like, 2,500 steps. That's my step goal. Like right now, 5,000 is a stretch goal daily for me. And so, yeah, I could make the bar lower. But right now, it's just making the time, making it more of a priority, even if it is a 2-minute workout video, or I only do 2 minutes of a video, like that counts because I made the time. And once I get more consistent with that and then it's like, okay, well, now we're going to up it. Now it's, you have to do 5,000 steps a day. And then, go from there, 7,000 steps. I don't know if I'll ever be a 10,000 step a day girl. I know that the current research is showing about 7,000 steps a day is what you need, since the 10K was just pulled out of a marketer's ass in Japan. But as far as like trying to undo the sedentary lifestyle that is a desk job, 7,000. So that will probably be a goal at some point, hopefully not too far in the future. So it'll be, get your steps, and then it'll be get your steps and a workout. And again, it'll be, get your steps and even a 2-minute workout counts kind of stuff. So, because something that my PCP said in my visit, when it was like, oh, are you working out? I was like, I walk my dogs, a couple times a week, blah, blah, blah. And she asked, is it an extra steps kind of walk or a walk, like a workout walk? You're going to hear beep. I have a mug warmer that I am turning on because my tea is getting a little cold. Anyway. And I had to think about it for a second. And I told her, I was like, well, that's up to him, because these walks are for him. And so when we start out, he'll be sniffing everything. And so that's going to be like an extra steps walk. But then he'll like decide like he's done sniffing, or he has to stop sniffing for some reason. Like, oh, there's a car, mommy needs my attention, like whatever. And once his sniffing has stopped by an outside influence, he doesn't go back. At that point, it is a walk. And then, so she's like, oh, well, that, as far as it's up to him, she's like, oh, well, that's just, and how you train him. And I'm like, he came like this, so I'm not gonna, it's fine. Like, cause I kind of just left it at that. And I was like, okay, I get what you're saying, Doc. I get it. Because in my brain, like, Mama Bear wanted to be like, these walks are for him, it shouldn't matter. Like, I was gonna go all dog mom. And it's like, no, you don't have to do that. It's fine. Like, your doctor, she knows you, chill out. Because I've been seeing her for like 15 years. So, but it did make me think, like, okay, what kind of walk? So I've been doing my very low bar stuff, and I'm in the back of my mind, I've been like contemplating like the next phase. Like, do I start counting the minutes, since I have my little fitness tracker thingy? Do I start counting the minutes my heart is elevated to like the moderate zone or whatever it's supposed to be, to make sure I'm getting those minutes in, like, and just little different things to start tracking and keeping, as my goal for things. So that's what that is. But yeah, so we were doing good. Again, I've been terrible at tracking on this. It's just a little mini wall calendar. So I just like put a dot, but I've been pretty good. I know like the days I did it, cause I can see it on my app. So I just really suck at updating the calendar. Yeah, so that's really where we're at. I'm excited about my ring size change. The body changes are a little like, but yeah, from month 8 to 9, it's been rough, and it still is rough. So yeah, but I mean, it's all part of the journey. It is what it is. I'm just kind of, I'm hoping to be in Wonderland, because I weighed in earlier this week and I was like 205 something. So, how many days until Thanksgiving? Like, where? Oh, okay, it's in a week. I was about to say, I really hope I'm in Wonderland by Thanksgiving, and that's not fucking happening. It's in a week. No. So I'm hoping maybe by Christmas or the New Year to be down into Wonderland. That would be really exciting. Like, I really want to be like well into Wonderland by my 1 year surgiversary. And by well into, I mean like, oh, if you're bloated, it's not going to go put you back in the 200s. So maybe like 195 would be a safe place. So, but I also don't want to obsess over the numbers on the scale. That has always been my thing. I don't want to obsess about the numbers. That's why I only track my protein in my app. I don't track all the other things or calories or any of that. I don't want to get neurotic again like I did in my dieting days. So, yeah. So we'll see. I really got to think about more goals and like milestones instead of just doing it as it happens. I really need to like plan at least the next step ahead of time so I know what I'm working towards. Flying by the seat of my pants has not been working out for me when it comes to like achieving goals. It's not been working out this year, so but that's okay. The big focus this year has been my weight loss, and so check. I would like to celebrate the new year with a new job. So we're working on that, but that's a whole other side of life, and that's not what we're here for. But anyway, yeah. So that's all I have right now. Like I said, why would I plan ahead? So there will be another video coming up at some point for the 10-month update. Since I am so late doing this one, that's life. So cheers, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.